Before the story begins, please click to subscribe to support the channel. The corpse mender is an old and mysterious profession. Their main job is to repair corpses to ensure the dead are buried whole and can rest in peace. This profession exists because, in traditional Chinese culture, people believe that if the body is not complete, the soul cannot rest, and it might even bring misfortune to the family. In ancient times, wars and accidents were common, and bodies were often incomplete, making corpse menders in demand. Master Yang was a famous corpse mender in the city. His skills were excellent, and his reputation spread far and wide. His apprentice, Liu, was also a clever young man. Though young, Liu had learned well under Master Yang, gradually picking up the skills of this unique craft. The work of corpse mending was not glamorous, but Master Yang believed that helping the dead rest peacefully was a virtuous deed. There were many rules in the corpse mending business, especially when receiving a body. According to the old traditions, they must receive the body before sunset and sprinkle yellow beans and black dog blood on it. The yellow beans were meant to scare off spirits, and the black dog blood was believed to drive away evil and prevent negative energy from lingering. This was to help the soul find peace. The person receiving the body must also wear a hat woven from willow branches called the soul hat to help guide the soul back to its place. One evening, Master Yang got a strange job to repair the body of a headless woman. The person who brought the body was a tall, thin, middle-aged man with a pale face and deep eyes that seemed to hold a strange aura. He didn't say much, just handed a bag of silver coins to Master Yang and said he was entrusted by others to bring the body. They hoped Master Yang could fix her so she could be buried properly. Although Master Yang found it strange, he followed the usual rules and prepared to sprinkle the yellow beans and black dog blood. However, as Master Yang poured the dog blood, he noticed that it didn't seep into the ground as usual. Instead, it gathered next to the body, forming a strange symbol. Feeling uneasy, he wanted to take a closer look, but the man hurried him, saying, "They will come to take her away early tomorrow. The family is in a rush to bury her. Can you hurry up?" Seeing the man's insistence, Master Yang decided not to dwell on it and began the mending. The woman's body was also very strange. Her body was well preserved, her skin looking like she had just passed away, with no signs of decay, but she had no head. Even though Master Yang had seen many corpses, this one still made him shiver a bit. After thinking for a while, he decided to use bamboo to make a head-sized frame, wrap it with pigskin, and put a wig on it. This way, from the outside, it looked like a normal head. That night, Master Yang and Liu were busy working in the backyard. The wind outside was howling, mixed with faint cries as if coming from afar. Master Yang felt a chill, but he was used to this kind of work and had built up courage over the years, so he ignored it. Just as they were about to finish making the head, Master Yang suddenly heard someone calling his name in a low voice.
"Master Yang! Master Yang!"
The voice was deep and distant, as if coming from underground. Master Yang thought it was Liu and frowned. "Liu, what's going on? Didn't I tell you to get the needle and thread?" No one answered. Only the sound of the wind was around. Master Yang stood up and walked into the house, only to find Liu leaning against the wall, sleeping, with the needle and thread already fallen to the ground. Master Yang patted his shoulder, and Liu woke up groggily. "Master, did you call me?" Master Yang's heart skipped a beat. That voice just now wasn't Liu's. Was it his imagination? He shook his head, thinking maybe he was too tired, and told Liu to keep resting. He returned to the backyard, but when he opened the door, he was stunned. The bamboo head was gone. He clearly remembered placing the head on the woman's neck. How could it disappear in just a blink of an eye? He looked around and found the head in the corner of the yard. The wig had fallen off, and the pigskin was torn, as if something had bitten it. Master Yang felt a chill in his heart. He carefully picked up the head and suddenly felt a cold wind behind him. He seemed to hear a faint cry.
"My head! Give me back my head!"
Master Yang quickly turned around, only to see the woman's body still lying on the table, but her hands had somehow fallen from her chest, as if reaching for something. He was terrified and stepped back a few steps, dropping the bamboo head to the ground. At that moment, the lights in the room suddenly went out, and the entire backyard fell into darkness. Master Yang felt a chill on his back. as if icy hands were on his shoulders. He wanted to call Lu, but his voice was stuck in his throat, and he couldn't make a sound. Just then, a clear bell sound suddenly rang, instantly dispelling the strange power in the darkness, and the coldness gradually faded away. Master Yang quickly lit the oil lamp in his hand and saw an old lady standing at the courtyard door, holding a bell, looking at him sternly.
You young ones really don't know the rules.
The old lady walked up, frowning.
This corpse already has strong resentment. How dare you touch it?
Master Yang was shocked and quickly asked who the old lady was. She sneered.
I am a passing exorcist. I sensed a strong resentment here from afar. This body has deep resentment, and without her head, she cannot rest. If you continue to mend her, you might anger the spirit and cause unforeseen consequences.
The old lady took out a red cloth from her bag and covered the woman's neck, chanting softly. Then she took out a compass, carefully measured, and finally set up a Chimen Dunjia formation in the yard. She used the heaven plate and earth plate method, along with open gate and shut gate, to guide the resentment out of the body. The open gate symbolized guiding the resentment away smoothly, while the shut gate sealed the source of the resentment to prevent it from gathering again. The two worked together, allowing the resentment to dissipate. The black, smoke-like resentment slowly rose from the woman's body, led by the red cloth into the air, gradually fading away. The woman's hands also slowly returned to her chest, and the crying sound gradually disappeared, leaving the spirit at peace. Master Yang dared not delay any longer, quickly packed up his tools, and left the yard with Lu, thinking only about staying far away from this strange body. They decided to come back the next morning to check on things, but needed to avoid the resentment for now. The next morning, Master Yang and Liu gathered their courage and returned to the yard, only to find it empty. The body and the old lady were both gone, as if nothing had ever happened. However, the traces of the Chimen Dunjia formation from last night were still visible on the ground. Master Yang vaguely understood that the old lady had used the secret arts of Chimen Dunjia to guide and seal the resentment, allowing the woman's spirit to rest. This was not an illusion, it was a real struggle between yin and yang. The torn pigskin was still on the ground. Master Yang quickly burned it. From that day on, Master Yang never dared to take on such strange work again.